More examples of writing ionic formulas using the crisscross method. Remember, the rules are going to be really important. First, write the cation and then the anion. Crisscross the charges, meaning we take the charge from here and move it to the bottom of the other atom. Then remove the positive and the negative charges, and then reduce. Sodium fluoride. On the back of the periodic table, we know that sodium forms a positive 1 ion. We know that fluoride is a fluorine atom that has gained an electron, so it's negative 1. Step number 2 is to crisscross the charges, resulting in Na negative 1, F positive 1. Step 3 is to remove the charges, so Na1, F1, and reduce. We can reduce by removing the 1s, so Na, F. Sodium nitrate. Sodium is in group 1, so it forms a positive 1 ion, or we can look it up on the back of our periodic table. Nitrate is a polyatomic ion. So we look on the back of our periodic table, and we see that nitrate is NO3 with a negative 1. Remember to protect your polyatomic ion by either putting it in a box or surrounding it with parentheses. Step number 2 is to crisscross the charges. So move the positive to the bottom, move the negative to the bottom. Na1, NO3, negative 1. Drop your charges. Na, NO3, and we can get rid of the 1-to-1. So Na, and because there's only a 1 outside of the box, we can remove the box, NO3. Iron 2 oxide. On the back of the periodic table, we see that iron 2 is iron with a positive 2 charge. Oxide is oxygen with a negative 2 charge. Step number 2 is to crisscross the charges, leading Fe minus 2, O plus 2. Step 3 is to drop the signs, Fe2O2, and reduce. We have the 2-to-2 ratio, which reduces to 1-to-1. Therefore, our formula is FeO. Calcium carbonate. Calcium is a positive 2 ion. Carbonate on the back of our periodic table is CO3 with a negative 2. I'm going to protect my polyatomic ion in a box to remember that I'm not allowed to change any of the subscripts in there. Step number 2 is to crisscross the signs. So positive 2, negative 2. So Ca, negative 2, CO3, positive 2. Step 3 is to drop the signs. Ca2, CO3, negative 2, or sorry, CO3, 2. This 2-to-2 ratio can reduce down to 1-to-1. So Ca1, and because there's no longer that 2 outside, we can just leave CO3. Magnesium hydroxide. Magnesium is a positive 2 charge. Hydroxide is a polyatomic ion that we got from the back of our periodic table, and see that its charge is negative 1. We crisscross our charges, leaving us with Mg minus 1, OH with a positive 2. Drop the charges, Mg1, OH2, and reduce. Our ratio here is 1-to-2. That is the lowest ratio. So when we write our formula, we can leave Mg, but now because of this 2, hydroxide needs to be protected by parentheses. For our last example, we'll take a look at silver nitrate. Silver is Ag plus 1. We get that from the back of our periodic table. Nitrate is an NO3, negative 1 ion. Crisscross for step 2. Ag minus 1, NO3 negative, positive 1. Drop the signs, Ag, NO3, and reduce to Ag, NO3.